Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. There's a lot of shows over the years that I've missed out on. Mainly because I was busy playing Call of Duty and FIFA. But I was just mainly into games during my teenage years. But like, more recently I've been watching more shows that I missed out on. And one of those shows is How I Met Your Mother. And I've binged it over the past few weeks. And I love the show. Except the ending. We'll get to that. Spoilers at this point, by the way. At this point, there will be spoilers for the finale. Until then, I'm going to tell you my thoughts. So, basically, the show was great, and I loved it. And I knew about the controversy behind it as well. Before I even started watching it, I knew people hate the ending. I knew that most people hated the ending. I knew that a lot of people didn't like the last 2 seasons. So that doesn't put me off. That never puts me off. Bad reviews don't put me off. I always judge for myself anyway. But still, I was just like, interesting, why do people hate this? Like, I was watching the first few seasons, I was just like, how can it end so badly that people hate it so much? So I was looking forward to seeing the ending. Actually, I was going to see like what all the fuss was all about. But what I knew was a lot of people didn't like the last 2 seasons because of the finale. So I watched the first 7 seasons. I was just like, I love this. So many great moments. I love all the characters. All the main cast are great. They're fantastic. They're hilarious. And I just love the way it's all laid out. I love the premise of it. It's fantastic. It's really funny, as it's meant to be. It's a sitcom. I mean, it would be a bit weird if it wasn't funny. But there's a lot of great moments. And again, I love the characters. I'm repeating myself now. But you get the points. There's so much to love about the show in general. And the first 7 seasons, I was just like that. I loved it. Aside from like maybe 1 or 2 episodes there and there, I loved the show. The whole 7 seasons was just amazing to me. And then you get to season 8, and I was just like, where's the problem? I still love this show. It's brilliant. I love season 8. Then season 9 came along, and for 22 episodes, I was just like, yeah, where's the problem, mates? I like this. It was great. Aside from the perm one. The perm one was terrible. The one where Marshall tells rhymes to Marvin. Didn't like that one. But aside from that, season 9, it was going great. I loved it. And then you got to the finale. And I didn't hate it. I don't hate the show because of it. I didn't hate the showrunners because of it. But I didn't like it. The direction they took, I was not a fan of. I have no issue with like a serious / sad emotional ending even to a sitcom. That's fine in my opinion. Sitcoms don't have to end in happy endings, even though they're meant to be funny and lighter tone. They don't have to end like that, and that's fine. But the way they took How I Met Your Mother, I do not agree with it. I don't hate it completely, but I don't agree with it. I'm not a fan, to be honest. But still, as a rating, the show as a whole is a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. The finale is more a 6, to be honest. Again, I don't hate it, but the finale kind of ruins the last 2 seasons. I get what people say about that, to be fair, because 2 seasons. Spoiler alerts now. Spoiler alerts. But Barney and Robin. So, well, basically, right, it's revealed at the end that obviously you see, like, obviously season 9 involves a lot of the mother. She's introduced in the finale of season 8, the very last scene, and season 9 she's in a lot more scenes. And then in the finale, you find out how he met her. And the mother was great. Like, the mother was a great personality, and she really matched with Ted. And she seemed to fit into the group very easily as well. So when they revealed at the end that she died of a sickness, I was just like, whoa, this is a dark, dark turn. And then, to top it all off, he goes back to Robin. Look, I don't mind Ted and Robin getting back together, okay? I don't mind that because they did focus a lot of the show around that. Obviously, he clearly loved her. Obviously, you can tell that there was clearly something between them. All right, that made sense. But it's so annoying that the mother had to die. She was so good. And to be fair, I respect the writers because I'm pretty sure they had this plan from the start, because those scenes with the kids, they were pre-recorded, clearly. I mean, they're kids, they get older. So they clearly had this plan. And what I think was, they didn't plan for the mother to become so popular. I think that's what they and there's even an alternate ending. There's an alternate ending that's a lot better where she doesn't die. So you can watch that and you can be like, yes, we got a nice ending. I prefer that ending as well. But yeah, they had 2 endings and went with the darker one. And the thing is, going back to Barney and Robin, that's what bothers me more. What bothers me about that, what bothers me more than the mother dying and Ted going back to Robin, is the fact that Barney and Robin split up. Because they spent season 8 and season 9 around Barney and Robin. Season 8 was about how they got together, how they got engaged. And season 9 is 24 episodes long, right? 22 of those episodes, so pretty much every episode that's not the finale is about the wedding. It's about the wedding weekend of Barney and Robin. They spent 2 seasons focused around Barney and Robin. And they just split them up in the finale. Just like that. You spent how long? You spent 44 episodes? 46 episodes, I think it is. 46 episodes out of 48. Almost 2 seasons. Where most of it is about Barney and Robin. And in the end, they just get divorced. It kind of ruins, and Barney goes back to being the player again. So it kind of ruins his character development. I know it makes him funny, but still, like, he developed from the guy who hates marriage and relationships, the player. He turns from that to someone who gets a relationship, falls in love, gets married, just for him to get divorced and go back to being the scoundrel. You know, I'm just saying, like, why? Seriously, why? To be fair though, Barney got a nicer ending anyway. He got a daughter, and that was touching. And I think that's in the end he changed anyway because of that. To be fair, and I think it's kind of funny I got a daughter as well, because I think that's kind of clever, because he was a player and now he's gonna know what it's gonna feel like. He's gonna have to push away a lot of Barney-like feathers. Imagine people using his playbook. That's in 18 years time. Anyway, yeah, that it wasn't really a rant from me, but it was my frustration with the finale. It's just they kind of ruined it. Although Barney having a kid is nice, and Marshall and Lily got obviously they had a nice ending at least, and Ted still got back to Robin. So you know, Robin got a nice ending, but still the fact that the mother died. That it's so frustrating, damn it, so frustrating. So yeah, but still I love the show. I don't hate it. Doesn't make me hate the show, but I gotta say, if I rewatch season 9, I reckon it would be a lot more emotional, because you know she dies and you get scenes with the mother, emotional scenes with the mother, especially the one where like she's like, what kind of mother misses her daughter's wedding, and Ted starts crying, and then you realize, okay, foreshadowing. It was foreshadowed quite a lot actually, I'm pretty sure, in earlier seasons too. And also in season 1, if you noticed, there was a stripper called Tracy. Yeah, called Tracy, and Ted joked about how that's how I met your mother, and the kids were like, what? And I was just like, wow, that was foreshadowing that Tracy's mother's name. So that's another cool thing. They foreshadowed things quite a lot, to be fair. They foreshadowed Marshall's dad's death like a season before. They're good at foreshadowing, I can tell you that, but I'm not a huge fan of the ending. But you know, to be fair, it's probably realistic, because things like this in life happens. You know, not everyone gets a happy ending. So in that sense, it's not too bad, because in real life that's the case. Not everyone gets a happy ending. So in that way it makes sense. But I don't hate it. This was your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and see ya.